Wednesday, May 29th, 2024. And the View redeemed itself a little bit from yesterday, this morning. um, the first discussion, the only hot topic they had, um, was about Robert De Niro and some other Biden supporters giving a press conference outside the courthouse where Donald Trump's trial is taking place. Um, and for such a good actor, Robert De Niro was not a good reader of his speech. It was a little disjointed, and I wish someone would have sort of proofread it a little bit for him, because he kept using the pronoun he while comparing Trump and Biden, and it's like you need to make it clearer. I mean, I know what your intent is, but you need to say the words Donald Trump will, create chaos. Donald Trump will become a dictator. Um, because the pronoun isn't enough. Um, and besides, all those idiots are not fan of pronouns, in case you haven't noticed. Anyway, even though we use them all the time and have for centuries. So anyway, he also, Robert De Niro, sort of tussled with a couple of hecklers, which I thought was great. And dumb Amy Alyssa Farrah Griffin is like, I don't think Robert De Niro is going to move the needle. It's like, sweetie, all those Goombas that look up to Donald Trump and like him because he behaves like a mobster, because he kind of is. Those people who worship the characters that De Niro has played, and Tony Soprano, and all those idiot mobsters. I hate mafia entertainment because there's nothing to me that's entertaining about that. And to me, that's never someone I'm going to root for. Um, and but these guys who are wannabe tough guys, who admire all of that bullshit, do need to hear this stuff from Robert De Niro. It may turn them against him and his films. Stay in your lane, blah blah blah. But it also might get them thinking a little harder. And I'm not talking about, no one's changing the full MAGA crowd's mind. That's not the people that you need to reach. So she's like, so Amy will say, I want them in Pennsylvania talking to moms, and I went, nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. And we'll get back to this, but then Dr. Jill Biden, the first lady, came out and was like, we're going everywhere. We're talking to students. We're talking to everybody. This is our plan. This is what we're doing for the next 5 months. Amy Alyssa Farrah Griffin. How many times have I been saying this? There's a strategy, and it's a long game. It's 5 fucking months. It might not seem like that long, but it seems like forever from right now. We haven't had the conventions yet. And at this point in the year, sometimes we don't even know who the candidate is yet. So, calm the fuck down. There's time. And wait till you see. I think that their strategy about the debates is correct. I thought Dr. Jill, was a great surrogate today for all the talking points that should be getting out there about Joe's record, about the binary choice that we have, about the ideals that Biden carries with him, the work that Papa Joe has already done, and what's to come if Trump gets in and then never leaves. And it was like a script that was like, okay, Amy Alyssa Farrah Griffin, this should assuage you. Like, these are the things you wanted to hear. She's gonna come up with some excuse about why it's not enough, and I fuck you, lady. It's never enough for you. Um, and if you don't understand the existential threat and what you have to do, which is support fucking Joe Biden, then shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Now you have every right to speak your mind. I do have to say, you're annoying as fuck. Anyway, so the whole De Niro thing, and it was interesting. Of course, Whoopi's going to back her friend, but Sarah going, I want more Democratic Congress people coming out. It's like, I don't really think most of the country cares about that. I think and to Joy's point and Whoopi's point, they all should be out. And Sunny, everybody, if you've got a platform, you should be out there talking. And that's why it's so upsetting when someone like Charlemagne the God, who's got such a huge platform, says, I'm not endorsing. I can say one guy's terrible, leave it up to you to figure it out. That's not enough right now. Um, but anyway, uh, that was that was hopeful. Um, Everything that Dr. Jill had to say. So that was good. I'm dying to hear what if Amy Alyssa Farrell Griffin has a reaction to any of that at all. And John Grisham was the guest. I don't usually talking about guests, but um, I thought it was funny that he still couldn't really say Whoopi's name right. And when it was suggested to him that she write it, and then he talks about what the book's about, it's like, honey, they they wanted you to have someone who's black read it because of the historical significance of what you wrote about. Which I don't. I'm sure he's savvy enough to have understood that, but it was just I don't. It's a weird way to present that. How that came about, and he did stop doing big book tours, but one of the places that he would stop regularly on an independent bookstore tour was my cousin Corey's bookstore in Memphis, Burke's Books, which is nice. So I have a bunch of his signed copies of books I've never read because I don't know. One crime drama is another crime drama, and they're on a shelf.